Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. Now overall today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a major warning, and this is the major warning on prepare yourselves for what is about to happen. So obviously, it is 6:18 a.m. This is when I am recording this video. Yes, it will be going up in probably about 30-40 minutes before 7 a.m. Now, we have until 9:30 a.m. EST until the indices do open. But I'm telling you guys this right now ahead of time that there is a major warning right now for all of those individuals out there that are holding altcoins, holding HBAR, etc. I am expecting some major downtrend in this market. And I'm not telling you guys to sell, I'm not telling you guys to short or anything like that. But at the time that I am recording this video, Hedera, aka HBAR, is sitting at about 21.5 cents. Now, we have been bouncing around like the 20 centile range. I mean, even on the 1 month span, you can really see our major lows down here at about like 19 cents or so. 3 month span, you can see we came down to test these lows twice now officially. The next time that we do test this, I do believe that we will break it. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up currently is because I want to talk to you guys about things that are happening right now within stocks, really kind of tie it back to Hedera, and I do want to talk to you guys about some updates happening with Hedera as well that are positive things, but I do want to talk to you guys about the real things first, of course. So let's just jump in and let's just dive headfirst into this and talk about this. So first off, major indices. Now, this is not to tie into my XRP videos or anything like that from today. This is all brand new content. This is a major warning to those specific HBAR holders out there to prepare for, something that could happen. I mean, this is, not a guarantee that this is going to happen, but I'm just telling you right now that today is Monday. It is the monthly candle close for crypto and stocks. And right now I'm watching these three specifically. Now, I know that we can't watch them right now until 9:30 a.m., but what we can watch is the futures for these. Now, I have two futures open. We have the Dow Jones and the S&P 500, but I want to show you guys what happened on Friday. So on Friday, Dow Jones looked great, 834 points. It was incredible, especially in regards to what was happening at the time with Russia and the Ukraine. Of course, the NASDAQ was up about 221 points, S&P 500 up 95 points. Now, the major problem that we are having right now is the futures. So you guys see that we are at 34,058 on the Dow Jones, correct? Well, on the Dow Jones right now, in terms of the futures tab, we are actually down 370 points. We are currently at about 33,629. As you guys do see this fluctuating here and there. Of course, you can see the S&P 500 futures here as well. It is roughly about 55 points. NASDAQ 181 points. Of course, yes, this is futures. This is currently what we could be expecting. Now, I'm just telling you guys right now, if we are talking about everything that is happening and we're talking about these futures, I mean, this is a big change, especially in regards to what we are currently seeing as the closing point on Friday. Now, the reason why I bring this up and the reason why I talk to you guys about this is that I want to show you guys a chart from my Discord. Now, this is from Encrypt30. Guys, go check him out on Twitter if you guys haven't already. He's an incredible chartist. He's in the Discord. He loves to do technical analysis here and there throughout the times that he is available in the Discord, and he shared with us this chart. Now, this is all free information, by the way. You guys are more than welcome to join the free Discord down in the description below. But he showed us this, and he said, hey, it's almost a guarantee that we will, test these lows down here. And I shouldn't say it is a guarantee, but basically, he just said, it's a matter of time before HBAR visits the bottom of this channel. If it, keeps failing to break, all we need is another GC announcement and we will get it probably. And of course, that is a little bit of a joke. But he did say he'd have some stink bids at 17 cents. If you guys do want to get some stingy bids, possibly filled, 17 cents is probably your best friend here. And I know a lot of individuals are about to say, no way are we going down to 17 cents. Honestly, when we are talking about 17 cents, that is around this point here, which is also some major support going back to around like the July timeframe. We could even come down and test 16 cents technically if we do drop that low. But I will definitely say, when we are talking about this, 17 to about 17 and a half cents within this range here is almost a perfect point, especially if we are going to test those lows. Of course, anything is possible. Could the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and even the NASDAQ open, green today and skyrocket? Sure, that is a possibility. But I don't think that that is the case, and we are going to be talking about why. So let's talk about why I do believe that these futures are actually fairly good in terms of their predictions, but also I think that they are a little bit conservative. I think when we are talking about things that are happening around the world, I think that these are major catalysts for, of course, these stocks to take a major hit. I think that the impulse from a lot of the news that has been surfacing is going to be a little bit more of, not a catastrophic event, but it's going to be a pretty rough day for stocks, in my opinion. Because, when we are talking about nuclear war or anything like that, it usually doesn't go unnoticed. It doesn't go over people's head. People, sort of dwell on this stuff. They talk about the worst case possibility. They talk about things that could happen. So in my opinion, I think that this will lead to some major impulses on, of course, the Dow Jones, S&P, and the NASDAQ, which will, of course, bleed HBAR's price and other altcoin prices. I think that when we're talking about crypto in general, yes, crypto will most likely take a major hit if this is the case. Now, I do want to also talk to you guys about the possibility of, some positive things too, because obviously, these are the micro levels. These are what could happen, this week. But what about next month? What about the month after that? What about the month after that, etc.? So let's talk about some stuff. So first off, I share with you guys this chart from Rickus_trades. The way I see the dollar as it stands would make sense, having a break and then, one more push, putting in shoulder with Bitcoin, then hopefully breaking straight down would be preference. Looks to me, it's just a matter of time at this stage when looking at the levels of the RSI. Now, here we have the dollar in terms of its RSI. So yeah, the RSI is I would say it's pretty overbought here. Currently on MA1, it's a break, and of course here we have either a breakout event or, of course, we come down even lower. Now, we don't know specifically what's going to happen with the dollar, but we would want it to come down lower, similar to the 2017-2018 bull run pattern that we have here. So here is 2017-2018, and yes, this is on the 2-week chart. So here we have 2017-2018. This led us to the bull run. We came down as low as, let me figure this out. It's like between $88 and $90. Now this, or I shouldn't say $88 or $90. This is basically like, well, technically it's like $1, so it would be like 88 cents, basically 90 cents, if you will. And then, of course, it did have this rally, hit resistance, came back down, retested those lows. This is during like 2020. This is basically that March of 2020, crash. And then, of course, now here we are at this point. So where could we go from here? I mean, technically, where are we going to go in terms of the US dollar? Well, if we do repeat that 2017-2018 pattern, yes, we will have a massive bull run. Do I think that this could, squeeze out a little bit longer? 100% will most likely lead to about that bull run in, of course, the fall of 2022. And I know that that is a fairly long way, along from here. But again, I think that this all, prints a bigger picture for all of you individuals out there to really kind of stay focused on this space for a little bit more time. Honestly, I don't think that this space is a space that you want to leave anytime soon, even after you do sell during, the topping points of the bull run, if you will. But here we have also, Bitcoin with the dollar. Every single time that the dollar collapses, you guys do see what happens with Bitcoin and, of course, digital assets. And this also goes for stocks. Like, stocks will also rally during this time. And also, one last chart real quick, just to kind of sum this up. So this is, of course, 61.7% of the Bitcoin supply has not moved in at least 1 year. Only 3 months ago, this metric was at 54.5%. This all-time high record is the all-time high record is 63.4%, set a month before we begin our massive move from 10K to 40K. And here we are yet again at the percent of supply last active 1 1+ years ago. And you guys do see when we started to really kind of rally during 2021. Here you have basically January to almost April, where we did start to really see, of course, a lot of rallies throughout the altcoin market. Also, we do see, of course, where we are now in terms of the percent of supply that is, in last active, if you will, with, of course, the price. So if we do repeat this same pattern, we could be seeing some major high targets being met for Bitcoin very, very soon. As you guys do see, when we are at these high figures, we kind of stay stable, if you will, until we start to move up extremely high in prices. That's when, of course, a lot of the supply does get active. That's where we do see, for example, selling and things like that. This is basically a figure on the idea on individuals almost hodling, if you will. So, of course, we need to stay focused on the bigger picture here, which, is the idea that we could be having a bull run in, of course, around the fall point, almost the summertime as well. Now, to really reiterate a little bit more of some things with stocks. So, obviously, yes, a stock market crash is nearing. I've said this multiple times before. I think that the stock market is extremely, inflated. I think that when we are talking about a lot of the money that is out there currently in, circulating supply in terms of the US dollar, it's extremely inflated in terms of the printing process. But here we have, every once in a while on Wall Street, there's a washout, a cataclysmic shift in the market that swaths of the investment community do not survive. Now, of course, they were talking about before the pandemic, the most pressing problem for central banks was the recovery from the financial crisis. The Federal Reserve kept interest rates historically low to encourage banks to give out loans and juice the economy. This is, of course, 2008 and, of course, mid-2014. It injected $3 trillion into the system. Now, we are well beyond those means. Honestly, we are very overstretched in terms of this entire economy. I think that we are nearing a massive shift. I think that we will see a major crash, but I honestly think that this could lead us to about 2025. I think that 2025 is where we will most likely see that major crash. Could it happen sooner? 100%. With everything that is happening, I think that a lot of the things in terms of inflation and a crash and stuff like that, I would say it's streamlined. So, could it happen in 2022? It's hard to say. I think that the bull run in crypto will also coincide with, the bull run in the Dow Jones. I've talked to you guys about the Dow Jones and even the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, more so specifically the Dow Jones hitting about like 45,000. I think around like the 40,000 mark is where we do start to see a lot of risk out, where individuals are starting to pull their money out of the stock market, and that's where we will see a lot of individuals kind of, putting their money into other things, possibly even crypto, if you will. But during that time, if we do see the Dow, starting to rally to 45,000, and we are also seeing Bitcoin rallying to like 100K plus, that's when you want to start to get worried, especially on your investments, in crypto. Now, overall, just to give you guys some good news with Hedera, I want you all to pay attention to this webinar on March 3rd. This is the marketing team will present the 2022 strategic and tactical marketing plan along with key performance metrics. We hope to see you there. So, again, when we are talking about marketing and strategic planning behind the marketing plans, a lot of this is going to be very big for us. I think that we're going to see a lot more updates within this area on Hedera, and I think that this is going to lead to some major updates within, of course, the Hedera scene and the ecosystem itself. But with that being said, to really kind of just sum up this video, I just wanted to sneak this in because I know that a lot of individuals are probably awaiting, a major update with Hedera or some sort of major update with Hedera. And I think that this is where we will see some, news really come out. Also, there is another webinar, I think today on Theum. So definitely keep a close eye on that and how they are leveraging Hedera. Just to really kind of sum up, though, I don't think that a stock market crash is, almost here, especially until, we do see another last rally point on the Dow Jones. And I've talked about this in the past. I've talked about, why I do think that we are also in a bull run. I think that this is coinciding with everything that we are seeing right now. I think that the dollar itself is almost over leveraged here, and I think that it's going to be a very, very interesting ride on Bitcoin very soon. I also think that it's going to be a very huge year for crypto as well. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.